Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's DBCC Zoom meeting. It's Friday, December 3rd, 2021, and I am Barry Cowan, the president of the Deerfield Beach Computer Club since 2005. Happy Hanukkah to all of you who are still celebrating it, and I believe the sixth light goes on at sundown tonight. It's been an amazing couple of weeks. We've had Thanksgiving, we've had Black Friday, we've had Cyber Monday, and it's going on and on. So I'd like to go around and ask all of you if you would raise your hand. There's an icon down there where you can raise your hand. Tell us what you did over the Thanksgiving holiday, how you spent it. If you bought any gifts or we're going to be sending any gifts, please don't reveal the person or the nature of it. That would spoil a surprise. But let us know where you went shopping and things like that. Would anyone like to start? Please raise your hand. Let's go around. Okay, Ken Cantor, tell us. Unmute yourself, Ken.
Yeah, I was in the New Jersey, New York area for Thanksgiving, seeing friends and staying with friends who I think of as family and blood family. And Thanksgiving Day, we went into the city to one of these friends that I think of as family's apartment on the Upper East Side for a small gathering. I went to the show Chicago the Musical on Saturday, the matinee on last Saturday. That was a highlight. Buying gifts for Hanukkah and gift giving for Hanukkah and holiday gifts. I do send out holiday gifts. In fact, I'm going to be doing that later on, starting writing the cards later on today and putting the gifts in the mail in a couple of days. But other than that, there was no other no gifts for Thanksgiving or received or sent out or given.
Wonderful. Thank you. Let's talk to Helene. Want to tell us about your experience? Unmute yourself, please.
As I mentioned earlier, I had a wonderful visit with my children and grandchildren. First time I've seen all of them at one time since before the pandemic. And it was so cold up there. I didn't go anywhere. I stayed indoors. I had everything warm on me, and in fact, furry socks and everything at night, which you wouldn't even think of here. But I handed out all my Hanukkah gifts. Everything was in envelopes and everybody was thrilled. Everybody was so happy. But the one point I want to make is we did something that I haven't done in a long time. My grandchildren and my children love board games. We actually sat around a table, as many as would fit, and we played Trivial Pursuit and all these different games. And it was so nice. It was so nice. Everyone was busy and laughing together instead of looking down at their iPads or their iPhones. And so I really enjoyed that. And my travels were fine and everything was good. It's good to be back. Good to see all of you.
Great, thank you. Dorothy, how about you? Unmute yourself, please.
I hardly ever watch QVC, and at the beginning of November, they had this thing about candy apples, and they were huge, and so I decided to send my kids a box of candy apples for Hanukkah, and they got them yesterday, and they said they were massive, and they enjoyed them so much. And Thanksgiving family got together, and the greatest thing that I did is the leftovers. I took the green beans, the turkey, the dressing, put a can of cream of mushroom soup, and some of the onions on top and baked it. And it was one of the best casseroles I've ever had.
Sounds good.
That's super. Ron, how about you? Ron?
Yeah, we
What-
had Mary Louise had about 10 people. We'll let her talk. Mary
Okay.
Louise, you want to come in here? And we had about 10 people over. It was all family. It was one of our best. Everything went well.
Great, great. Did you give any special gifts to anybody? Mary Louise and Ron, did you have any special gifts that you all shared with each other?
No, we didn't, just love in the presence of each one, and they all got sent home with, I had bought the little, the plastic containers like the Tupperware, whatever it was, and everybody got sent home with a care package.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Larry, anything that you can contribute?
No, my Thanksgiving was relatively quiet here by myself. I spoke to a lot of friends and relatives. I cooked my own turkey, which came out fine. Well, just a turkey breast and casserole. So it was a nice day.
Barry, Bernice has her hand up.
Okay, Bernice, nice to see you again. Please unmute yourself.
Okay, we had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We went up to my sons in Connecticut, New York. So we had my oldest granddaughter baked the most wonderful cheesecake for dessert, and my daughter-in-law made a smoked turkey breast, which tasted like pastrami. And then we did Hanukkah, and my youngest grandson, who's 6, when he opened the package with the 4 sets of Hanukkah gold coins, chocolate coins, and 2 dreidels, he started screaming, "We're rich, we're rich."
Oh, great. Irving, how
yeah.
about, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. I was really just gonna say thank you.
Okay, Irving, how about you? Unmute yourself.
And Barry, Linda has her hand up also.
Okay,
To answer your question, Canada celebrates in October. So for us in Canada, it's mostly watching all the Black Friday activity. But no, there was nothing up this way.
okay, thank you. How about Linda?
Yeah, am I muted or unmuted?
You're okay.
Okay, all right. So I ordered something. I don't know if you can see it. I'll see if I can, where's my camera? Yeah, there it is. It's called, I'll see if I can put it, this is the item I'm trying to show you. I don't know why it's going like that. Anyway, it's a cover, and it's from a company called Defender Shield. And the purpose of ordering this is to prevent EMF radiation. So the nice thing is, what you do is you put your phone inside the cover. Let me see, it doesn't, put your phone inside this cover, and then
Mhm. It's
it gives you EMF protection here. So when you shut it, you would talk like this with the holes, and then it allows you to keep the radiation from getting to your head. So when you're talking like this, you know, into your phone, you're not going to have the radiation going back and forth.
Oh,
the
that's very
Wi-Fi.
interesting. Can
yeah.
you put that in the chat box or on the whiteboard for everybody?
I can. Yeah,
Please do that.
It's from Defender Shield. They have great products. I've ordered a lot of stuff from them. It's very good. So people may want to just can think about how to keep your brain a little bit longer. Protect your brain from the Wi-Fi.
So that's an RFID type device, right?
Yes,
Radio
yes.
frequency identification device. Okay.
Yes, yes, because we never talk about that, but it's an important thing for those of us that want to have brains a little bit longer. So,
Okay, well, thank
my
you very
thought.
much. Mike,
Okay.
Mike Reeves, how about you? Anything special for the holidays? Any shopping you've done anywhere locally?
No, well, Thanksgiving, I went to the Moose Lodge. I'm a member of the Moose Lodge, so they had a turkey dinner on. It was very good. But I used to go to Golden Corral, but of course they've all closed down. So that's
Yes.
That's all I could do. And yeah, nothing for Christmas. No.
Okay,
They
everybody,
still have a moose lodge in our area?
Yeah, it's on Rock Island, and it's called Lauderdale Lakes. It's on Rock Island, down just north of Commercial, between Bailey and Commercial.
oh, I had some mousse the other day with chocolate and vanilla. It was delicious, wonderful. Not
That is
as,
in Tamarack. That Moose Lodge is in Tamarack. I used to live right in back of it. So I'm very familiar with the Moose Lodge there. And it is on Rock Island Road in Tamarack.
hey, Barry Levine, my
That's
friend,
right, yeah.
my counterpart. How about you? Unmute yourself, Barry.
Yes, you can hear me?
Yeah. How did your shopping? how is Hanukkah going? Tell us.
Hanukkah's good. I had a Hanukkah service. I went.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the Chosen People here. I don't know if you know the Chosen People, and
We know a
we
lot
had
of them.
Yeah. Oh, you are. I know you are.
I don't know what I'm chosen for, but I'm chosen for something.
Yeah, we had a wonderful service. It was very good. And they had latkes and donuts and coffee and the whole bit.
Did you
And
get into
steak.
the holiday shopping frenzy at all? Did you
Not
go?
really, no.
Do you know that they opened a Burlington's over at if you're in our area in Federal Highway? In the Pompano City Center, they've now opened the Burlington's, a TJ Maxx, and a Five Below store. I advise you to check them out. They're pretty good. And between, you can find all kinds of tech stuff. I told you there, and at Ross and all the others. They're just going crazy with this holiday.
Okay.
Okay, Bob Zarek. You unmute yourself, please. Hey, Bob, how is your holiday going?
That was good. We went to Flanagan, had dinner there. It was very nice.
Okay, any shopping that you've done?
No, I have everything I need. Thank you.
Okay, great. Let's see. Lorraine. Lorraine, can you unmute yourself, please?
Here I am. Okay.
Okay, so you.
I had a beautiful Thanksgiving. Started with mass, and then I had a nice breakfast brunch in Lauderdale by the Sea, which I absolutely love that area. And I took a nice walk by the beach, not on the beach because I'm not a beach person, and that was my Thanksgiving.
That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing it. Is there anyone else that'd like to share? Rebecca, are you there? Mike Hillert, how are you? Please unmute yourself.
I'm fine. Now we had a quiet Thanksgiving here, just my wife and I. We had some tofurkey type turkey, and I did a little bit of shopping.
Where'd you go?
Amazon.
Oh, a lot of people have been shopping on Amazon. They broke records, but you know, well, I'll tell you about that in a little while. Great. So did you do any local shopping, Black Friday or Cyber Monday or?
No, not really. No.
Okay. Anybody else
Mostly
like
online.
to contribute? Let's see who we got. Oh, Judy Brown. Will you please unmute yourself? Yes, Judy. You're shaking your head. Why?
I have nothing to offer.
Oh, okay. That's fine. How about you, Carol?
Thanksgiving and my birthday are always within a day or two of each other. So I spent a lovely time talking to people all around the country, and I had a great lunch with one of my friends here. And been doing minimal shopping. I've been watching for interesting, strange things to give to friends of mine, like There's a knife, it's hard to explain. There's a thing that you can use for clipping plants and stuff that you put one piece that has a knife in it, and it looks like those things that you use for moving pages, you know, the rubber suction thing that fits over your finger. And
Oh,
then there's a second one that fits on your index finger, and there's a knife that looks like a fingernail that comes out, and you just squeeze the, you know, the stem between the two and it cuts it. So for people who do a lot of gardening and stuff, I thought that was a cool thing.
does this device have a specific name?
It does, but I don't remember what it is. Usually when I see a lot of those things on Facebook and they look interesting. So I always do a search afterwards to see if I can find them cheaper or somewhere from a bona fide site. And I haven't
Okay,
had a chance to do that yet.
thank you very much. Joni, are you there? Joni?
Hi, Barry. Hi, good morning, everybody.
Hi, happy
hi.
Thanksgiving and happy Hanukkah, whatever. Tell us what you, how you spent the holidays.
Thank you. Yes, I had a lovely Thanksgiving brunch with my boyfriend's family. And then in the afternoon, late evening, we had a lovely dinner. I was with 3 couples, one from Toronto and 2 from Montreal, Rebecca and her husband included. So that was really a beautiful day all around. So I'm very happy. And the other thing to share, if anyone is interested, there's a lovely Fantasy of Lights at Tradewinds Park.
Oh,
So we bought tickets for that, and I think it's on until January 2nd. And the tickets are very reasonable. You pay by car, and if you choose, you can buy 3D glasses. So it's quite nice. You have to go obviously at night to see all the lights, but I recommend it. I've done it in the past. So that's a nice thing to do around this time of the year.
okay, great. Anybody else want to share? All right, Adam, unmute yourself.
Buenos dias from Panama. I'm still in Panama, and my Thanksgiving was very different from all the rest of yours. They don't really know what Thanksgiving is here, but a large hotel advertised that they were going to have a Thanksgiving dinner. Unfortunately, it's the rainy season, and it was torrential rains on Thanksgiving. The menu said at the top that this was Thanksgiving dinner, but the only thing identifiable in the menu, of course, in Spanish, was pumpkin pie. And none of the other 4 courses had anything to do with turkey, mashed potatoes. and the
Wow. Did
But
you do?
the restaurant was completely filled with Panamanians thinking this was a wonderful celebration of Thanksgiving.
That's interesting. Did you get any gifts or anything or do any shopping?
2 things from China. I insisted that they be shipped by air, of course, so they don't get stuck in a container in Los Angeles. And I'll give you a report after they've arrived.
Okay, thank you. Roz Summers, good to see you. I'm sure Don's at class, right?
Right. Yeah.
So what did you guys do over the holidays?
Yeah, we went up to my cousin's in Wellington. They have a huge house up there. And there's about 15 people in the extended dining room. And it was an eclectic group. We went from the far left to the far right and almost got in trouble a few times with politics, but we tried to minimize the comments. So it's very hard to put the family together these days, but we still had a great time.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Okay, I think now, I hope that was a very, sure that was a very productive chat that we had. It's good to see everybody looking so healthy and being safe and all that other good stuff. And now I've got some more shopping tips. Carol, you want to put up that PowerPoint for me, please?
Yep. Just a
Thank you.
second.
This is going to take a little bit of maneuvering because I had some problems getting the PowerPoint to run today. So we want to make sure that we get it going now. Meanwhile, I'll give you a little introduction to what my notes are here. Between trending devices and brand new product releases, it's safe to say there's a tech gift for everyone this year, from gamers to grandmas. With hundreds, if not thousands, of tech products to choose from, as the year comes to a close, shoppers are gearing up for one of the most competitive holiday shopping seasons to date. Finding the perfect tech gifts for everyone on your list involves a little creative product research when it comes to comparing specs, compatibility, bundle packs, and even warranties. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. So let's go to the first slide there, Carol, if you would, from the beginning.
There you go, Barry. Whoops. Whoops. Jeez. There you go, Barry.
Okay, I see a hybrid of the PowerPoint screen, and the slide is on the right.
What?
I don't see the slide itself. I'm just seeing your screen, but I don't see the bits and the pieces from the beginning, where it only shows the slide on the screen. There we go. Okay, let's go to the next slide, please. Oh, you want to pass the CAT scan before you can come into this class. So please stare into the cat's eyes for 1 minute. Now your CAT scan is complete. Next. Oh, here are the newer cars that just come out. And now this is the newest fuel indicator. No doubt it looks familiar to all of you. Next. Oh, here's our favorite guy getting the new iPad. As you know, iPads are still very popular, and these are still highly desired items for our seniors. Next. Okay, we're going to talk about some quick shopping trips. I'd given you a whole bunch before, but now we need to know something a little more. The first thing you should be doing is checking and comparing specs. We're not talking about eyeglasses. We're talking about specifications. Specifications. Even if you're not a techie, you can still be a savvy tech consumer. Did you know that once you learn how to compare device specs to understand exactly what you're buying, it's much easier to see how models stack up against one another? Now, if you go to Amazon, for example, everything that you look at tech-wise has a complete list of specifications. And devices often have long lists detailing everything from dimensions to operating systems. Even Amazon generates comparison tables which show you similar devices for easy reference. And when tables like these aren't available, you still need to know which specifications matter the most, and it varies among devices. So some people dive into product research to understand the electronics right down to the slightest technical differences. So a lot of people go into a retail store or they go online and they don't really check out what device they want and how it compares to what they have. So we have compatibility issues. The importance of device compatibility can't be understated. It can make or break tech purchases because you can either use a product with your existing devices or you can't. Don't go to somewhere until you do your homework and learn what devices, for example, are compatible with your operating system, whether it be Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 7, whatever you have. You want to get something that's completely compatible, and then make sure that your devices also conform to that compatibility. So it means doing a lot of research in advance. You can do it on your phone, or you can do it in the store. You know, they hate that process. It's called showrooming, where you walk into a store like Walmart or Five Below, whatever it is, and then you start looking on your phone for that device and at other stores, and then you get all the prices and the products. A lot of people do that at Best Buy. I'm guilty of it doing myself, and then it tells me where it's available other places, and then I can bargain or negotiate and say, hey, you know what? Amazon's selling it for this. Will you meet the price? In some cases, retailers will do so. In some cases, they will not. You have to be very careful about that. Some people opt for a more practical route and simply compare top-line features in products. You want to look at the processors, especially. You have what's called CPU, central processing units, in laptops and desktops. You also have something called GPUs, graphic processing units. So if you're a gamer, you're going to need a pretty high-powered computer or laptop or Chromebook, whatever it is, with a substantial graphics capability, because that eats up a whole lot of battery life as well as processor speed. So keep that in mind, especially if you're looking for some of those devices. You can take wireless printers, for example. Many people only want to compare print speed, resolution, and device compatibility and basic features among models. They do vary a lot. There's a substantial amount of wireless printers out there, and they use different types of software. So if you have an older one, perhaps the manufacturer has even discontinued the software for it. So what you should do is go up to the manufacturer's website for that printer, take a look at what software or downloads are available, and try and update it to the latest one. And in some cases, manufacturers after Windows 7 ceased putting any other compatible operating system software up there. So you may have a problem finding it. So check that out before you do anything else. Now, if you look at QVC and some of the other places, they have something called bundle packs. And at some point in every shopper's life, they've been tempted to buy a bundle pack. Maybe it's operating systems, software, and device models. Perhaps in the tech world, they may include extra remotes, controllers, chargers, games, speakers, or protective cases. It's become very attractive to bundle things when you can't sell them together, and then consumers can often get confused by buying a bundle of things just to save on the price, but they don't need some of the things in the bundle. So it would appeal to many consumers because they're competitive, but while it feels worthwhile to spend a little more on a handful of accessories, keep the following considerations in mind. 1, unless the bundle pack includes accessories you'll definitely use, you may be spending extra on items that only collect dust. 2, certain packs include lower quality accessories made by different manufacturers from the device that you're purchasing. So you've got a real problem there if you've got something that's from one manufacturer and something that's from another, and they're not compatible. Again, that issue again. And a few bundle packs include outdated or accessories or games that may not be helpful or useful. QVC and HSN, the shopping networks, have been very popular in using bundle packs. So in one recent promotion, they were giving you 2 laptops for the price of one with all kinds of bundles and accessories. So you've got to be careful. The words is still out there in Latin, caveat emptor, let the buyer beware. Okay, you should also read the fine print. That's gotten a lot of people in trouble with divorces and separations and whatever. Lawyers love that because no one reads the fine print. When you go to a store, sometimes all the fine print is on back of the receipt. So you have to really read everything carefully. Do your homework and check everything out before you purchase something. Okay, another thing is, what about this warranty? We discussed it the other 2 weeks ago when I talked about refurbished items and extended warranty items and open box items that can be very confusing. An extended warranty may appeal to a lot of those people who are purchasing tech gifts, especially when they want to ensure that the long-term usefulness of the product is there. But a device with an extended warranty is a popular holiday gift combination. Sometimes they're bundled with gift cards and all kinds of things to lure you in. Extended warranties, which are available either through the manufacturer or retailer, typically offer device replacements or free tech support within a specified time frame. More recently, companies have begun offering warranties that cover accidental damage, such as coffee spills that fry keyboards. Now, in some cases, Apple devices are worth it to get that Apple Plus thing that they have. But there are some controversies, and I understand something just came out in the news that Apple is now going to be offering you to go to other systems to have their devices repaired other than an Apple reseller. This is, of course, to combat some of the recent congressional issues of having these tech companies as a monopoly. They're trying to get around that situation by offering more freebies or more alternatives to consumers. Basically, if you're on a fence about buying a warranty, weigh the pros and the cons, and there it is on the bottom, folks. Read the fine print. Some people have experienced buyer's remorse with extended warranties. When a device outlasts its warranty, the added costs may not be worthwhile in hindsight. They do this a lot with automobiles. Other shoppers express frustration at the fine print, including exceptions or exclusions that make it challenging to use warranties. And certain warranties require mailing out defective devices for diagnostics or inspection, which means users are left without essential devices for up to a few weeks. So don't give away the baby with the bathwater. That's what the announcement is. Okay, next, Carol. Next slide, please. Thank you. You know what? Everybody's doing gift carding. And one of the most interesting things that are done these days is called giving the gift of the joy of streaming. There are so many competitive services out there. For example, you settled into your sofa, your popcorn is popped, and your significant others are snuggled around you. Your screen is aglow, but only with row after row of flickering, colorful images. You scroll some more and you keep scrolling. Sound familiar? You're suffering from something called VSP, video stream paralysis, an admittedly minor but pervasive side effect of the pandemic. It results from having too many options to choose from. And times it's a case of not having enough. When you've already watched everything you've wanted to watch on your streaming site and you can't find anything new that you're willing to commit to. That's when one more streaming service might save the night. Or can you even have too many? And that's what makes a subscription to some of these services the kind of holiday gift that keeps on giving. But beware, not all of them gift the same. So here's a quick rundown on some of the most popular services to help you brighten holiday viewing and beyond. Netflix. Netflix is the big daddy. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as how many subscribers there are. The latest figures show 209 million, the largest in the world. And People who watched Netflix during the pandemic credit it as the single-handedly streaming program that got them through the COVID lockdown. Its library is an ever-expanding universe of movies and shows. You can gift it, by the way. You can gift a Netflix subscription. It doesn't offer gift subscriptions per se, but you can buy a Netflix gift card for $30, $60, or $100 on Amazon and other online vendors, or in Target, Walmart, and other stores. You can visit netflix.com/gift cards to get more information and a list of retailers. But remember, cards can be redeemed on the Netflix site and applied to the recipient's account as a gift balance. They work for new or existing accounts. Unlike gift subscriptions from some services, Netflix promises it will let subscribers know before their balance runs out and the cards do not expire, as if it could be used up in a month. My gosh, we all use Netflix. Here's another one, Amazon Prime Video. Now, Amazon's library features such popular film franchises as Fast and Furious, Jurassic Park, blah, blah, blah. Also, through December, Prime caters to the polar opposites of viewing sensibilities with Thursday Night Football and Titanic. You can't give someone the gift of Prime Video, but you can give them the gift of Prime. Confusing? Let me explain. Along with the streaming services, thousands of movies and shows, Prime membership also comes with free Amazon delivery, a subscription to Amazon Music, free Kindle ebooks, and much more. Not a bad multi-purpose present at $39 for 3 months and $119 for the year. I've already made, I don't know how many Amazon purchases, and that will cover that subscription and more as time goes by. You go to Amazon.com to purchase the Prime subscription, and Amazon will send your gift recipient an email on the day of your choosing, accompanied by instructions on how to redeem it on the Amazon site. Excuse me. If you're not sure if your giftee is already a Prime member but don't want to spoil the surprise, don't worry. The gift can be exchanged for an Amazon gift card in the amount of the original gift purchase price, plus any applicable sales taxes paid. Now, if you have an Amazon package that you want to return, there are Amazon lockers in all the cities in the country where you can return something directly. For example, in the Kohl's department store down from the street from me, there is a special aisle for Amazon returns. They will reseal the package for you and ship it back to Amazon without your having to go anywhere or to send it back to them directly. It's a very convenient service. Okay, here comes Disney Plus. The powerhouse service is home to the Disneyverse of Hollywood's most popular franchises. And if you're thinking about giving Disney Plus, there are a couple of distinctions. An annual gift subscription is available for $79.99. Second, subscriptions can only be redeemed by new Disney subscribers. Complicating matters is the prospect if the giftees are the kind of people who'd like a Disney Plus subscription, they'll already have one. But to order, visit the gift subscription page on disneyplus.com, and the recipients will get an email describing how to redeem their gift. And if they decide to bundle, here's that word bundle again, they like Disney Plus, including Hulu and ESPN Plus, they can upgrade and get all three for the monthly base price of $13.99 or one of those 3 premium updates. Well, how do you Disney people feel about that? Here comes one more, folks. Hulu. The Disney-owned service, by the way. They own Hulu as well. And they drop primetime network shows the day after they air. so it can be a valuable addition to any cord cutter's viewing options. So you don't have to wait till they go on demand on your screen under, for example, Comcast has on demand, and so all of them have VOD, video on demand channels. But Hulu makes it very convenient. It's home to thousands of movies, like The Handmaid's Tale, which won 15 Emmys in 4 seasons. And when you do a digital or physical gift card, you can purchase them at retailers like Best Buy at Target for $25, $50, or $100. They can also be redeemed at hulu.com/gift by new or existing subscribers. Finally, let me get a little whistle wetter here. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now Apple TV Plus. I've got one, an Apple TV, but I don't have the service. It's without a back catalog of any kind. Apple TV Plus offers most original content, and it's $4.99 a month. It's one of the least costly streaming services. It's easy to give. Purchase an Apple gift card available almost everywhere, or email one from the App Store or another Apple affiliated service. There's also Apple One, which bundles, there's that word bundle again, the video service with Apple Music and more for a $6 discounted price of $14.95 per month. Of course, for that truly special someone, a gift of an Apple product includes a free annual subscription to Apple TV Plus. Other possibilities to consider: blurring the line between streaming services and premium channels, the Criterion Channel, Showtime, Paramount Plus, Peacock, Stars, Discovery Plus, HBO Max, which doesn't offer gift subscriptions unless, of course, you're okay with sharing your login information. And that is what I've got to say there. Carol, I think that's it. Thank you.
All righty.
And now Carol is going to share her screen to show you a special tip.
Okay. So give me a minute here. This is a very different, oops, is it doing it? Sorry. Let's try again. Okay, can you now see my screen? Because I can't.
No, we cannot.
Okay, so what happened here? Hold on.
While you're doing that, can I offer something?
Yes.
When you were talking about buying new products,
Mhm.
back when I was looking for a new printer, I found it rather confusing, but it was very helpful to read reviews that other people had written. It saved me a whole lot of grief.
Yes.
In terms of choosing. I've always owned Hewlett Packard printers. I don't have an issue with them, but at one point there was compatibility issues, so it wasn't like it broke down.
Right.
It was just a change.
You
But-
also want to be careful with reviews because a lot of them are faked. And you have to really look at some of the recent reviews rather than the older ones, and
Mhm.
make sure that you select the ones that are probably 4-star rather than 5. The 5 tend to be exaggerated. If they include a video, like on Amazon, customers are allowed to include a video as well as images of the item. So that makes it very helpful.
Can I break in for a second?
Yes, Bob.
Carol, all the way on top, I see something that says end of slideshow. Click to
Thank
exit.
you. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay, that was the problem.
yep.
Thank you. Okay.
We're seeing berries.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, this got very bollocksed. Just a second.
We have every confidence that you will fix it, tech expert.
Yeah. It's just.
I found with the reviews that I was looking for which machines broke down more quickly, how quickly the ink dried up, or if they had issues getting ink. There were a variety of things. I wasn't looking necessarily for rave reviews, but comments on the different printers. And I did find that to be very helpful.
Absolutely. And do you use the manufacturer's cartridges or would you go for a remanufactured one?
I only use Hewlett Packard because years ago I attempted to do a refill thing, whatever, and it didn't work and it wasn't worth it.
Right. And
So-
they also have an instant ink program that you subscribe to where they send
Nah, I
it to
don't do
you.
any of that crap.
Okay.
When I need new ink, I just buy new ink. I don't want to have someone tracking my usage. I don't really think there's a tremendous advantage to that.
All right, let's mute everybody so Carol can continue. Go ahead, Carol.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. So I am going to share just a very short, simple tip for you. So for many of us who may find our computers are running really, really slow, one of the reasons that may be is because we've got programs running in the background. And for most of us, it's hard to identify what those are and how to be able to get rid of them. So let me show you an easy way to do that. And actually, so are you now seeing my desktop?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So if you go down to, this is a Windows 10.
Mhm.
If you go down to settings, click settings, and then you're going to go down to privacy. Click that. And then you're going to click background apps.
Oh, look at that.
And what you're going to see are all the things that you never knew were open in the background. I can tell you this was a big surprise to me. Now look at all that. Just imagine what that's doing. All of those are loading every time to run in the background. So you have two choices. You can go through one by one and turn them off, or you can turn them all off and then go down and simply turn on the ones that you want back on again. And then once you've done that, once you're satisfied, then you need to click out of the settings and simply restart your computer. So any questions about that? That works on Windows 10 and 11. It probably also works on 7.
So you went to settings and then privacy?
Yeah, and I'm gonna I had something before that I was going to post, but when I was doing all of Barry's stuff, it disappeared. So I will post it again in a minute. That shows all the steps. But yeah, you're going to go to settings and you're going to go down to privacy. And then you're going to go down to background apps, and it's quite a bit down here. And then it's going to bring up all the things that are running in the background.
Don't you want like mail and calendar to be running?
You may, it just means it's going to start it, right away and be there in the background. I probably put settings. There's probably very little that I care about having run. Well,
Any recommendations for which ones we should leave running?
there's really very little, potentially Windows security. If you use Office, you may or may not want that running. Messaging you may want running, although that's messaging like you have on your phone, that's text messaging. But I would say, most of this you probably aren't going to want.
Wow.
Do you have the equivalent for a Mac?
I don't know.
Okay. I got the information for a friend because I have a Mac.
Yes, yeah. And like I said, I will shortly post the other piece. Just a second.
There's also a short way to get to this. If you just simply go to the start button and then type startup, and automatically you'll see startup programs pop up, and you just select it and you'll get to the same place you are right now.
The startup programs and programs in the background are the same?
I'm not sure they are.
They
but-
are.
Okay,
Those are the ones that run in the background.
right.
But if you use the search and just search for startup programs will come up. And those are your background programs
Thank you.
right there.
Actually, they're different. These are different. So there are a lot, can you see is it
Yep.
still being shared?
Yep.
So what's here is different than what I was showing a minute ago. So these are actual other programs. And again, most of these you may not want either, although you notice I have Google Chrome and Google Drive and Hotkey selected. I probably would turn off Java Updater. But it's a very different set of options. And I'll probably go through and take out some of these also. So they're both good places to check. And again, like Bob said, and I can't, were you able to see when I typed start up? Can you see this? Are you
Yeah.
able to see this?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what brings you there. Alrighty.
Carol, do you recommend that we do both of them then?
Yes,
Okay.
but you want to be cautious because things that you don't know what they are, like the Adobe Updater or Open Shell menu, there are things on here that may relate to other programs you're running, like this Open Shell menu, I think is what lets me have my start menu look like Windows 7 instead of Windows 10. You don't want to turn those off. And I don't know what vProtect application is. So, the things that I'm not absolutely sure about, I would probably leave alone. Okay, I'm going to take this off share.
Would suggest that before you make any real changes, you create a restore point. Then if you've made changes and something happens and you don't know how to get back, you go to that restore point and restore your computer. And that should be done before you make any changes.
And again, we went through, quite a while ago how to do that. Let's see what happens if we search for it. Here, create a restore point.
Yep.
So that's an easy way to go in and find out how to do it. There's also, if you search on our website, there's a video for how to do that step by step. Okay, I'm going to take off the share and then I'm going to bring the steps up again. Okay, so Barry, if you want to take it again.
Okay, let's see. Stand by.
And when you're done with that, I will share the the steps again for people to see, and I will, and they'll be posted also on the website in the notes
Do you,
afterwards.
do you see my iPhone there?
Yes.
Okay, good. Of course, I don't have those fingers things, working to get that thing going. Like the Geeks on Tour have a very expensive item that costs $150 something, and I'm trying to work around it. So hopefully by the next Zoom meeting we have, the final one on the 17th, we'll get something working there. Okay, this is an iPhone 11. And I'm using that instead of my 13 Pro Max because it's much easier to fit on the screen. And we've gone through a lot of this stuff, but today I want to show you what's really embedded in the actual operating system. So if I tap on Apple, I'm going to go over and scroll over to something called tips. I don't know if you're aware, but tips are actually put in by the Apple developers. For example, what I like about tips is that it not only tells you what it is, but it graphically shows you with motion how the tip is actually done. Let's take an example here. Let's first of all look at this. On a FaceTime call, you open a video or music app, then tap play, and share play syncs your playback. So for example, if I want to see that again, it shows you what you're actually doing. Now you may not want that tip, but that's okay. Here's one how shows you how to reduce background noise. You can look at these at your own leisure, but it's showing you. Here's to see what's shared with you. Notice how it goes step by step.
Can you reduce background noise in a phone call or just FaceTime?
Well, it says reduce on a call, open the control center, tap mic mode, then tap voice isolation to make sure your voice comes through loud and clear. On anything, yeah. On a FaceTime call.
Oftentimes when they're talking about video and noise, they are not referring to sound. They're referring to other things that are video noise.
Background, yeah.
Oh.
And here's stay focused. Silence notifications you don't need while you work. And there we talked about that focus mode, and you click work, and then you can silence that. Get a notification summary. All those notifications can be bundled up at the same time. You go to settings, tap notifications, and then tap scheduled summary. Shows you right there. Next. Well, I think that's 11. So let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, see which way to go. iPhone can scan your surroundings to show you which way to go. Start walking directions and then tap that icon there. And now it shows you every way to go, available in select cities. So you just have to see if it'll work there. Organize with tab groups. Save Open Safari as a tab group so it's easy to see just the web pages you want to tap. There's that icon you want to tap, and right here, see? Select text in a photo. Oh, this is good. Sort of like Google Lens for Android. So you're going to tap this icon to copy and paste a text, call a phone number, open a website, and more. It's available in English, Chinese, French, Italian, German, Portuguese, and Spanish. So let's go back again there. This is a big feature. Okay. You can see it highlighted there. It wants the phone number in that case. And then you can just copy and paste whatever you need. Invite anyone to a FaceTime call. You can share a link to your FaceTime call so even friends with Android and Windows devices can join. When you open up your FaceTime app, you will select New FaceTime. Then if the contact is already there, isn't there, you can add that contact and then add with a link. You actually send them a link that they can click on. So even if they don't have an iPhone, they can now participate in FaceTime calling. And by the way, FaceTime is now greatly improved with spatial audio. Now here's essentials they put in. For example, get help from a trusted friends and family if you forget your password. To set up your account recovery contacts, go to Settings, Your Name, Password Security, and Account Recovery. Very useful tip. Double tap a message when choose a tap back like this to send a quick response. Quickly find a photo so you can search for them in your photos, search for beach or birthday cake or dogs, and they all come up in one category. Take a screenshot. Now that depends on which iPhone you have. If you have the earlier version of the iPhone, you hold down the volume control and you click the button on the bottom. If you have the newer version, you simply press the volume up button and quickly release the side button, and you get a screenshot there of whatever. And then you have a choice to save it automatically. You can edit it. You can save it to your photo gallery. See when a message was sent. Drag a message bubble to the left to see when it was sent. So if you just slide it over, then you will see actually it will say delivered on. So you actually know when the message was sent, which is very helpful if you're tracking it. You can share photos, websites, contacts, and more with people nearby. Look for this icon for AirDrop. Find My Phone is very important. It is on in location services. If you turn nothing else on, make sure you have it there, because you open Find My and tap devices. It can help you locate your phone immediately on a map if it's stolen, if you've misplaced it, and all that. Very helpful. Okay, the next thing are Genius Picks. The experts in Apple pick each week. Name the tune. Use Control Center to identify a song playing nearby or in an app. Go to Settings, Control Center, and then choose Music Recognition. Whoops, back. Quickly switch tabs in Safari. Just follow the instructions. I don't have time to go through everything, but it's on your phone. Make sure it's on there as part of the operating system, so you shouldn't have to download it. Blur your FaceTime background. This is very good. When you take a photo, a lot of the times the background is highlighted and not the person in the picture. So put the focus on you, not what's behind you. When you get on a call, tap your tile, meaning where your photo is, then tap this to turn on portrait mode, and it immediately blurs the background and highlights the image. Oh, check a weather map. We showed this the other time. I'll do that in a minute. Talk instead of type. When you see a microphone anywhere in any app, you can just continue to start talking, and then when you're finished, you tap the bottom one right here, right there on the bottom. Very, very helpful voice control, especially for assisted technology. You can open an app clip. All right. If you have a watch, that's for watch people. Health and fitness, there's 2 tips for the Apple Watch there. Oh, 14 tips on how to use your photography. About your photo, setting a timer, take mirrored selfies, quickly take a photo. You see, it's showing you everything that you need to do right on your phone, so you don't have to go back and look it up somewhere else. Shoot photo and video in photo mode. Quickly adjust focus and exposure. Record video using the volume buttons. Add portrait lighting. Create a photo album. This is something you definitely want to do for the holidays. For Bev's birthday, I'm going to create a photo album for her with video and everything, showing her family. Since, as you know, she has dementia and can't remember anything. So we're going to create a family photo album, maybe on Shutterfly, maybe on Apple, maybe Google Photo, that will let her reminisce, because that's what people do when they have this terrible disease. And look at Siri, 4 tips. You can personalize the voice. They've got new voices. You've got Australian, British, American, Indian, Irish, and South African, and 3 different voices now. So you can start a FaceTime call, say something like, FaceTime someone, and Siri will do it automatically. Get a glimpse of your day to get the update. In fact, we're going to try that in a few minutes. Let's do that right now. Go back, and I've activated Siri already in the settings. So we should be able to do that. Let's see what we can do. Hey Siri, what's the weather in Deerfield Beach, Florida today?
It's currently clear and 75 degrees in Deerfield
Whoops.
Beach, Florida. Expect.
I didn't want that on there. Hold on. It's picking up my other phone by mistake. Okay, let's try that again. Hey Siri, what's the weather in Deerfield Beach, Florida today? Can you see that? I guess not. Okay. Let me go back then to Apple. There's also a great thing here called support, which tells you everything about. Now, here's another app that I recommend you download. It's called this is really good. They have a paid version, and they have the free trial version, which I use. It's called Tips and Tricks. Just look at it for the App Store and you'll find it. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done here unless anybody has any other questions.
Barry, I have to go. I'll see you next time. Okay?
Okay, Dorothy, take care.
Yeah.
Barry, is it okay to ask my question now that I mentioned before you started the recording?
Okay, I've stopped the share and now we're open mic.
Okay, Barry, is it okay to ask my question now that I told you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Deleting email, mass deletion of emails from an Apple product. Is there any way to do it that with and keep the important ones without having to go one by one? And then, you know, I can, if there was a way to do it, like to get rid of 150 at one day, then if it had come 100, I get 150 more the next day or 2 days or 3 days afterward. Then if there's a way to do it, I would be able, you know, then I wouldn't, but it takes hours to do that. With going one by one. And the next 2 or 3 days, I have 150 more.
Carol, can you answer that for him? They,
I can make a recommendation.
go
Yes,
ahead.
Carol.
Set up an AOL account on Firefox, because you can have an additional browser besides Safari. And on
Set up,
Firefox, it's a
I,
piece
I
of
want to
paper,
write, I want to write this down. Set up
an AOL account.
an AOL account with,
Set up, download the Firefox browser to your Mac.
download Firefox,
It's totally compatible and very helpful.
Firefox, what was it? Matt,
It's just a browser to your Mac. I'm assuming you have a Mac, right?
I have a Mac, but it's my iPhone that I use most of the time.
Right, but it's much faster to delete on a computer than it is
Okay.
on your iPhone.
Okay, so,
And if you use the Firefox browser and you have the AOL account, you can delete a whole, you have to check them off, but then you can hit delete and you're done.
There's, you can do the same thing, Judy, with Gmail, and I would not recommend AOL. There is no advantage that I've been able to see and a lot of downsides to it. So
Well,
you
I
can-
have both an AOL account and a Gmail account, and quite frankly, I prefer the AOL to the Gmail.
all right, well,
Ken,
so,
Ken,
yes, Barry.
go to YouTube and look it up. It'll have, there's tons of videos on how to delete all your Gmail messages or whatever. I don't know if they simultaneously delete from the iPhone version. You know, I'm not sure about that, but I don't
So
think. they-
go to YouTube and
Type.
Ken,
and type.
Carol, go ahead.
No, I was going to suggest that you raise it the next time we have a little more time.
Okay.
And in fact, we may go ahead and do some more Google Tips next time, because there are many ways to be able to do it, hopefully easily from Gmail, some of which I showed you last time, but I'm happy to show you again and show you some other ones. And you can, you can Google Gmail tips. And and go to YouTube. There are tons of videos. Simpletivity, and I always forget the other guy, tend to have some of the best ones. And in
Okay,
fact,
Google YouTube tips.
no, Google Gmail tips.
Gmail tips.
And then open the video tab at the top of Google, and it will, the Google search, and it will show you all of the YouTube, or you just go to YouTube and Google Gmail tips.
I've got one quick screen share, Carol, if you're done with this.
Well, are you able to see the screen share that I put up?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm done with it. That's there. It shows in the video. So if people want to go back to it, it will be in the notes also. Those
Okay.
are the steps that I went through. So
So
I'll stop.
I don't have anything written down, Carol and Barry.
I'll take care of
What-
it. I'll give you a call, Ken, after this.
Oh, not right after. I have things I have
Might
to
call you
go
back
out
on the
and
Zoom
do.
call.
When it's convenient for you, but
Okay.
Okay,
but like Sunday or
Okay, we
whatever.
gotta get moving. We're looking at time here.
Barry,
Okay,
I'm
thank you.
stopping the share. Go ahead
Thank
and
you.
do what you want.
One quick thing I wanted to finish with was this here. You should all be seeing the club site, correct?
Not,
All
yes.
right, you go to YouTube at the top. And now I want to show you how convenient YouTube is made. Now, I'm a premium subscriber. That means at $11.99 a month, I get no ads, which is worth the price of admission. No ads anywhere. Okay, I'm going to stop that. And now I'm going to go over to videos. And now let's say I pick this one. And I'm going to stop it 1 second. You're going to see in the bottom of the video, you see these 3 dots there? You click on that and click Open Transcript. When you do, it's going to open a window right beside on the right. Give it a few seconds to load. It now shows you a transcript of every video time-stamped. So for example, if you wanted to go through and say, for example, check our website at db-cc.net, you just click on the timestamp and the video on the bottom moves exactly to that spot. So you don't have to rewind it or do anything else. Isn't that an amazing tip?
Yes.
So here's another one. So you want to start, and it just doesn't, it works with all the videos unless they've perhaps, disabled that feature. So there it moves to the slide. And there it moves to, if there's any other slides there, I forget what this was here. Okay. And there's another one where I started things like that. And it goes right to that position. So that's my slide share. I hope you found today's meeting very useful. I want to thank all of you for attending. Again, for those of you who celebrate the, oh, there's Steve. Hey, Steve, welcome.
Yeah, I came in a little late.
Yeah, I know. Steve used to be the president of the Boca Raton Computer Society, and he was also the president of the Broward County Computer Association. I think it was out at John Knox Village. And we hope you'll be a regular contributor, Steve, and help us out, maybe do something for us on the 17th or whatever. By the way, in 2 weeks, it's the Zoom holiday party. All of you dressed up for your holidays, or show your backgrounds, your Christmas trees, your Hanukkah bushes, whatever you got. We'll be discussing a lot of things. I wish we could sample all the recipes. I do have a page up there for recipes. I haven't seen anybody contributed to it yet, but we'll see if it remains up. It's too bad because one of the big highlights we had when we had live classes was the holiday party. And we had tables on the side and the back, remember? And everybody would bring their stuff in, and there was so much there, you just couldn't eat it all. So we had to either put it in the refrigerator, they couldn't store it, and we had to take it with us. Unfortunately, I wound up eating most of it, which, as you can see, has made absolutely no difference. So,
Barry,
yes,
can I share one more thing?
yes, you may.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen.
Mhm.
And so Ken, this is for you. This is the YouTube page. Can you see it?
I'm on the YouTube page.
Yes.
Okay.
And
The search.
And so you see the search. And so I had started to type in Gmail tips, and you can see all the stuff, all the
Search.
options that came here. And if we click one, so here is the other one that I would recommend. This is Kevin Stratworth.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, he and the Simpletivity guy have some of the best, and I don't see the Simpletivity quickly, but
Okay.
they have some of the best of the tips. So, I would suggest that you do
Okay.
that. And if you, put something even more specific, it will narrow down further.
And Google also has support on its own site, google.com/support. And you type in the topic that you're interested in, you'll get an answer from Google and the Google community.
Or google.com.
.com.
Just
Try either support.google.com or google.com/support should get you there.
Or
Okay.
once again, just go to the Google search page and type in what you want.
Okay, to end this meeting, I want to show you a quick hack. This is a roll of toilet paper, or an empty roll, I should say. This is a cable. Can you see that?
Yeah.
This is
I've
an
done-
H. Now, if you put this into this, you now have a place to store your cable and put it in a drawer. All you have to do is write with a marker what it is. I have a whole bunch of cables stored in a drawer like that. That way I know what they are. And I won't get wiped out of cables, that's for sure. Okay.
Hey,
Another
Barry,
thing, yeah.
What's the app site that you go to when you get into Best Buy to check the prices of items in other stores?
Oh, the retailer site?
Yeah.
I put it already up. That's the gift card thing. It's already up on the chat.
No,
Steve.
that's not what he means. He means, what do you use when you're in the store, when you want to check prices at other
Oh,
places?
well,
Correct.
okay. There used to be an app that we used to do that with. BestBuy.com. You could look at what Best Buy has there and then go to different sites on your phone and see what it is. Amazon would be good. I'm not sure if we had there used to be an app that existed that did that. I'm not sure. Does anyone know?
Like, Tell Me Not?
Could be Retail Me Not, yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
You can also do a simple Google search for that item and then click on the shopping. Because they have different categories. One of them is shopping.
Right.
All
when you
right,
do a
folks.
search.
I think we're done for this session. I want to thank all of you for participating. I love you all, and just stay healthy and safe. We know what's going around, but I don't want to bring up anything that's political here, whatever. Let's just pray that everyone does what they believe is the right thing for themselves and protects themselves and others as much as they can. We'll meet again in 2 weeks. So until then, I wish you all happy Hanukkah, if it applies, and the best of health, and be safe, and wave goodbye.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank
I
you.
hope-
Bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
Barry.
Goodbye,
Thank you,
everybody.
Gary. Bye.
I hope you found this very interesting.
You did.
Yes.
Oh, one more thing. If you have any questions about programs and activities you'd like to see, email Steve Carcieri, our Program and Activities Director. I've already put it up on the main site, so his email is right there under breaking news, okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much. God bless, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care all.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks.